On the news at 7, President Bola Tinubu relates with African leaders on Gabon. Upgrade of content and service delivery at the Nigerian Television Authority (NTA) receives boost. And business firm La Buena Vida caution effects of petroleum subsidy removal, gives free PMS to low-income drivers.
Hello, a very good evening. Thank you for joining us on NTA Channel 5 Abuja News at 7. I am Abdullahi with the news. First, we begin from the presidency, where President Bola Tinubu has continued discussion with leaders within Africa and around the world towards checking what has been described as a contagious autocracy in Africa following the latest coup in Gabon. President Tinubu had a telephone conversation with the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, on possible next step. State House correspondent Musbah and Wahab reports.
Gabonese went to the polls in a general election on Saturday. Ali Bongo, seeking a third term in office, was again one of the favorites. 4 days later, they did not only put an end to the elections and its consequent results, but also the regime of Mr. Bongo. Senior members of the military say they are now in control of power in the oil-rich Central African country. It's another disturbing development presently in Africa. Also, an unacceptable situation to President Bola Tinubu, who has continually conversed democratic values on the continent.
Is of the unwavering belief that power belongs in the hands of Africa's great people and not in the barrel of a loaded gun. The President affirms that the rule of law and a faithful recourse to constitutional resolutions and instruments of electoral dispute resolution must not at any time be allowed to perish from our great continent.
The situation in the Central African country is an additional concern for the ECOWAS chairman, who is currently exploring ways to restore constitutional order in Niger, a West African country.
His Excellency, Mr. President, has held a substantive extended discussion with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. The two heads of state mutually agreed that the promotion and protection of constitutional democratic governance on the continent remains a paramount priority.
Just 2 weeks ago, the ousted President Ali Bongo sent an envoy to President Tinubu in his capacity as the chairman of the Economic Community of Central African States, ECOWAS, in solidarity with ECOWAS' position on Niger. Today, the President will need the rest of Africa, and indeed the world, to salvage the situation in Gabon. From the State House, Musbah and Wahab, NC News.
Away from that, Mieti Al-Kautal Hore, a Fulani Socio-Cultural Association, has thrown its weight behind the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for socio-economic developments of the country. The standpoint came on the heels of the annual general meeting of the association in Karu, local government area of Nasarawa State. Christy Ayawa reports.
The association, among other things, deliberated on ways that will better the lots of members in the areas of economy, security, justice, rights to peaceful association and movement across the country as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
We don't want the government to criminalize us all. We are not criminals.
the Inspector General of Police to take proactive measures to protect Fulani pastoralists across the country from tribal hordes, ethnic militias, and state-sponsored vigilantes.
We should assist the government in its quest to promote peaceful coexistence, irrespective of our tribal differences.
The Cultural Association thanked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for considering some people of the Fulani extractions worthy of appointments in his renewed Hope administration.
The security agencies to commence the process of detailed documentations of violence against pastoralists, including the collection of exhibits and all relevant information to isolate the perpetrators of the violence, arrest them, prosecute them to ensure there is justice.
Highlight of the meeting was inauguration of 3 ad hoc committees, which include 55-man legal team to serve as mediators between herders and farmers, a committee on nomadic education, as well as vigilante group. From Karo local government area, Christy Ayagwa, NT.
The Nigerian Television Authority's drive to continuously upgrade its content and service delivery for viewer satisfaction has received a boost. This was at an interactive forum with content producers and marketers who expressed willingness to leverage wide reach and impactful products of the authority.
Few clips of NTA's current programs on board for its partners to catch a glimpse. It is a forum for them to give feedback and expectation on how to improve content production and market the national media house as the most reliable.
The first of its kind in the city of Abuja.
Our Twitter followers with the 1.6, it's a leap from just a mere 300,000 followers before we came in. So you can see we have been able to provide a fertile platform for you to advertise.
For those who have kept tabs with NTA's programs recently, it was an acknowledgement that a lot of reforms have taken place, particularly online. But they want to see the same impact at the local stations.
Like some of the clips that I saw here, well, from our members, I was happy to see that it could pass for the same kind of program that you find on any other trending TV channel in Nigeria.
It doesn't mean changing what NTA is at its core. It can mean spinning off something different that can serve the new set of audiences.
The key problems, I must have to admit, is the issue of power supply, majorly. We have had a pilot test of how we can generate power through solar to transmit 24/7. The headquarters completely will have migrated from the SD to HD/4K.
While seeking sustainability, there is a general consensus here that NTA needs to market itself more to keep the viewer abreast, with improvements made in recent times. In Abuja, Joseph Utsen, NTA News.
FCT residents now have a reason to smile owing to humanitarian efforts by well-meaning groups focused on giving back to society as contributions to society. This was the main focus of the business firm La Buena Vida as they distribute free premium motor spirit to low-income drivers in the FCT to cushion the effects of fuel subsidy removal. Cecilia Julius reports.
La Buena Vida, an international business firm, saddled with the sole responsibility of providing business solutions and raising money to become financially independent, embarked on the outreach of distribution of free premium motor spirit, also known as petrol, to help low-income drivers in the FCT, whom expressed gratitude for the gesture.
I'm really happy. This is my first time I will get fuel with this. With the way the fuel is very expensive now, and I'm saying thank you to La Buena Vida.
For that La Buena Vida, it is so good, and they help people Yesterday they gave me 5 liters, and even today they gave me.
President of the firm, Michael Okoli, and other partners speak on the readiness to contribute their quota to society to ameliorate the impact of the economy.
If everybody can contribute in their own little way, we can make this country great. And that's why we decided to go and do this four subsidy palliative. We're doing it across all the states in Nigeria. This is the second day. And as what is happening here is happening in Oyo, in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, and all over Nigeria. And it's not like we have so much, but from the little, we've decided to give back to the society so that we can inspire somebody.
And that's why we're concentrating on, low-level income entrepreneurs, businessmen and women. We're starting with the Okada riders and the tricyclists. These are the people that this fuel increase has directly impacted. And you find out that when they buy fuel and they go through their normal activities for the day, before they get home, they don't even have enough to feed their families. So we're saying, okay, hey, can we just help out, even if it's just 3 liters, 4 liters of fuel that it can help, and then the extra money can be for the family.
If your income is not enough, find something else to do. We offer something like that, and then do it. Secondly, put a smile on somebody's face. It may be little rice, it may be food, it may be fuel. We're not doing it, we're reaching out to people to also do the exact same thing that we're doing, and everybody will smile eventually.
The group called on other well-meaning Nigerians to take up from where they have stopped, with the target to reach the unreached in order to make Nigeria a better place. Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
The recent depreciation of the naira against the dollar on the parallel market has been a concern to stakeholders, despite certain measures undertaken by the Central Bank of Nigeria to strengthen the naira, such as stopping the sale of foreign exchange to bureau de change operators. A development economist, Dr. Emeka Okengu, was speaking on these and other matters on our regular current affairs program issues.
Technically, you cannot take your naira to, even when we try to do the yuan swap, okay, where we were supposed to be buying goods in China. How long did that last? The moment we tried to do it, the Chinese government, it didn't last a week. I don't even think anything like that ever happened. Okay, they just did the devaluation and then we were out of the window. So it's not about currency. That's what I'm trying to get me and you to see. To understand. It's not about currency. It's about what you're bringing to the table.
Join us immediately after the news bulletin for the full program at 7:30. FCT National Union of Road Transport Workers are calling on the federal government to wade into the issue of power tussle in the union and bring lasting solution to all parties in the matter. The members of the union made the call in Abuja in a press briefing following the attack and takeover of the National Secretariat by a faction. Sophia Uche has details.
The National Union of Road Transport Workers converged on Abuja following the need to resolve disputes by factions and the tussle for leadership. Members described the attack of the Secretariat at Grekitu, Abuja by hired thugs as unfortunate. FCT chairman of the union says the union is a respected one and must maintain the guidelines approved for dispute resolution.
Over 7 hillocks full of armed policemen storms the National Secretariat of the union and sealing it off, as well as chasing away the delegate and the staff of the union. We are hereby using these mediums to call President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to intervene as a matter of urgency and necessary to avoid any breakdown of law and orders.
Condemning thuggery in very strong terms, they further appealed to the federal government to fish out those perpetrating harassment and intimidation of workers. Sophia Uche, NTA News.
In another statements concerning developments around the Secretariat of the National Union of Road Transport Workers (NURTW), the command says it is essential to clarify that the deployment of police personnel to the headquarters of the union is solely to avert impending bloodletting and clash between two factional groups led by Tajuddin Barua and Basiru Agbede. The statement clarified that the primary duty of the police is to ensure the safety and security of all citizens, and this includes preventing the breakdown of law and order. It adds that in situations where there are concerns about potential violence, unrest, or disputes that may escalate into violence, the police are obligated to take preventive measures to protect lives and property, stating that the deployment of police personnel to the NURT Secretariat is not an act of interference in the internal affairs of the union, rather a proactive step to forestall any potential violence or illegal actions.
When malaria won't show power for your side, gel. Me can tell you no say. Malaria my lesson when no get bad taste. Oh, bitter taste for mouth. And it easy to swallow. Try. I correct game changer. I'm a them soft gel.
Say no to malaria. Yes to life.
Let's now join our sports text for Sports Brief.
Team Nigeria has won 7 medals comprising 2 gold, 2 silver and 3 bronze at the just concluded World Para Powerlifting Championships in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Mark Onyinyechi Kafilat Amaruf in the 61 kg and 63 kg category respectively won gold, while Esther Nogu Bose Omolayo in the 41 kg and 79 kg category won silver. Others who won bronze include Oluwafemi Ayo Folashade 86 kg, Ezurike Roland 54 kg and Kure Thomas 65 kg. In football, Team Bayelsa United will face Aqua United, Shooting Stars will trade tackle with Plateau United, Abia Warriors will lock arms with Niger Tornadoes, Eyimba International will clash with Bendel Insurance, Rivers United will battle with Remo Stars, Katsina United will go head-to-head with Kwara United, Sunshine Stars will compete with Kano Pillars, Heartland FC will face Lobby Stars. Elsewhere, President of Nigerian Football Federation Ibrahim Musa Gusau on Tuesday inaugurated the recently constituted technical committee while charging them to be ready to accomplish the challenging task of constituting fresh technical crews for most of the national teams and providing direction for the teams. With Sports Brief, Francisca Bile, NTA News.
Sports Brief brings us to the end of the English segments of the news. Up next is translations. Good evening. I am Abdullah Hajia.
Ama agbaya jewe sha jewe wona yuku shagbada yiwa na ba shi ba bada yiwa mu press so ayuba woni wagwa na ba je gayi kisi na gbada ku amato nai atete shi ba shi bala gwamnati ba ke kala yinga abusa bida da to ba atete mashi ba be ba won anya shi in ba sana gba yin ba wu ntu shi pa je bayin nje safiya no ma uche wada inga kisi na kpeke nu bai da bada da ya na ba je go na yi ntu she she abe shi asaza owu wanya akwaje bubaka lai azaho bala oba atete shi ba ogo tuge ntu mbagbatun ba dai gwamnati ta wa be shi ukwen abu ye awu ya no anaba ya je godo dai kizi da busi bi da atete shi ba populo ba atete shi na amato na gbado kun atete shi ba ye ba won anye shi gbado mnaji na azashigi ukwen inge tajidin baruwa da do ba siri agede ba godo abusi bi da tutu ba won ogushi da do na nyai nsasa he hwia tutu na ba ya sasa dagba na jeyi abusi bi da to malo nzaza he gwan ba shinu ba shin ba tutu ba vi bagbatu gwamnati nya magbaje anabaje kuzo yi be ja da wo su shekwa gife yi page shekwa ne jesu sai su
Jama'a barkanmu da wannan lokaci ga fasaran takaitattun labarai mai karantawa Shu'aibu Onoze Yakubu. Kungiyan direbobi na kasashiyar Abuja tana kira ga gwamnatin tarayya da ta shigo cikin sa'in saka da ake yi akan shugabancin kungiyan domin samun sulhu akan rikicin da ake yi. Mambobin kungiyan sun nemi wannan bukatan ne a wajen hira da suka yi ga manema labarai akan hari da aka kai wa sakatariyar da ke garki shiya ta biyu. Wakiliyar Musafiya Noma Uche ta labarta cewa harin da waɗansu masu zaune gari banza ne suka kai abin kunshewa ne inda shugaban kungiyar ya bukaci a bi doka wajen magance wannan matsala da kuma tsarki masu hannu da cikin wannan ta'asa da aka yi. A wani labarin kuma rundunar 'yan sandan Abuja ta sanar cewa jami'ansa da ta tura zuwa sakatariyar kungiyar direbobi shine akan a kashe duk wata zub da jini da za a yi tsakanin magoyan bayan shugabannin biyu wato tsakanin Tajudeen Baruwa da Basiru Agebede wanda ta yi daidai da hurumin aikin 'yan sanda domin kare rayuka da dukiyoyin jama'a. Banda haka babu wata nufi na tura jami'an 'yan sanda zuwa sakatariyar da jama'a abin da ya sauka kenan mu kwana lafiya.
N'akụkọ ụwa nke taa, aha m bụ Rachel Ifi. Unu gere akụkọ ụwa n'uju ya. Otu na-ahụ maka ndị ọrụ ịkwọ ụgbọala ngalaba isi ala anyị akpọkuola gọọmenti ka ha leba anya n'ihe banyere ọgbaghara ọchịchị dị iche iche ya bụ otu ma wepụta usoro ha ga-agbaso ka ya bụ otu gaa nke ọma n'agbanyeghị otu dị iche iche ha nọ n'ime ya. Onye ọrụ Musafiya Noma Uche wetara akụkọ na ha kpọrọ oku a mgbe ha na ndị nta akụkọ were mkparịta ụka banyere ọgbaghara ha were n'isi ala anyị. Okwu ọzọ gbasara ihe na-eme na okirikiri ụlọ ọrụ nke otu ndị ụgbọ njem okporo ụzọ, ndị uwe ojii ekwuola na iwega ndị uwe ojii n'isi ala anyị n'isi ụlọ ọrụ otu ahụ bụ naanị igbochi mwụfu ọbara na esemokwu dị iche iche dị n'etiti otu abụọ bụ nke Tajudeen Baruwa na Basiru Agebede bụ ndị isi ha. Ha gakwara n'ihu kọwaa na ọrụ ndị uwe ojii bụ ichekwebe ndụ na akụnụba ụmụ amaala ala anyị nakwa ịhụ na onye ọbụla dobere iwu na usoro na-achị ala anyị. Onye ọma na-ege ntị, ọgwụla ka ọ ha anyị n'ọnụ n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Chebiri anyị n'ihe oge a echi niile. Ndewo.
Ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀yín láti ẹnu Mobọ́lájí Mátì. Ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ àwọn tó ń fi ọkọ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ lójú pópó lórílẹ̀-èdè ẹ̀ka ti ìlú Àbújá ń pe ìjọba àpapọ̀ wípé kí ó dá sí àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ń jẹyọ ní olú ilé-iṣẹ́ àjọ náà. Alákòójọpọ̀ ìròyìn Xavier Anomaoche ròyìn wípé àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ yìí lásìkò tí wọ́n ṣe àlàyé fún àwọn oníròyìn l'Àbújá sọ wípé àwọn jàǹdùkú ya wọ olú ilé-iṣẹ́ àjọ náà, wọ́n sì lé àwọn alákòóso ẹgbẹ́ tó ń bẹ ní inú ilé-iṣẹ́ náà jáde. Ọgbà ọlọ́pàá sọ wípé ojúṣe òun ni láti rí wípé ààbò tó péye wà fún ẹ̀mí àti dúkìá gbogbogbò. Ó dá àwọn agbófinró sí olú iléeṣẹ́ àjọ ẹgbẹ́ àwọn tó ń fi ọkọ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ lójú pópó láti má fi ààyè gba ìgbàkúgbà fún ìgbésẹ̀ tí àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ náà ń gbé lórí gbọ́nmisí omi òtó tó wà láàárín wọn, èyí tí ó lè dá rúgúdù sílẹ̀, àti wípé bí ohun búburú bá fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀, ojúṣe agbófinró ni láti tètè dìde kí rògbòdìyàn má bàa wáyé. Ààbò ẹ̀mí àti dúkìá gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè jẹ wọ́n lógún púpọ̀. Wọn kò gbé ẹnikẹ́ni lẹ́sẹ̀ nínú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó wáyé ní olú ilé-iṣẹ́ náà. Kì í dùn kó pọ̀, ṣeun ní ọbẹ̀ oge. Títí ìwòye ọ̀la.